Hi everybody, Marc Adams. This week I'm going to interview Jimmy Clewes from, where exactly are you from?
Las Vegas. Well, originally Newcastle in England, but now I live in Vegas and I've been there for 10 years.
10 years in Vegas. You know, this is our 25th year at this school, and we have had some of the best instructors of all of modern time, and Jimmy is clearly one of those. We love having him here. Jimmy, who has influenced you the most in anything, whether it's the world of turning or business or whatever it might be?
Do you know what? That would probably be performers, believe it or not.
Cool.
And the reason for that answer is I like to watch the way people perform or interact with other people, which helps me when in my classes with the students. I don't treat them all as a group. One of the things I do is I always ask them what they do for a living. I get them all in a group and I ask them, and it's amazing how many people in the class have some link to what they do, and that then gets the class to gel more. And I don't treat them as individuals, I treat them all, sorry, I don't treat them as a whole class, I try to treat them as individuals, and you get the best out of them that way, as individuals.
Have you always been a wood turner, or did you ever do any other aspect of woodworking?
I actually, my degree, I did an honours degree at Manchester Polytechnic in England, and I specialised it was wood, metal, ceramics and glass, and I specialised in making and designing one-off pieces of furniture with silversmithing as a subsidiary subject. I had furniture in the London International Furniture Show as a student, and I had inquiries from all over the world for a particular design of cabinet. So yeah, I'm basically from a woodworking background, and I never intended to be a wood turner. It's just worked out that way.
Well, good for the wood turning world.
Yeah, it's been good for me as well.
Now you add a lot of color to your work.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
That's a great question. Diversity. People, instead of just round, a lot of people say round and brown, I like to introduce other media into the turnings. Colour for one. If I'm turning a beautiful piece of maple, figured maple, I can't improve on what God produced. What I'm trying to do is to emphasize with colour what is already there. Some people hate the idea of colouring wood, some people think it's really nice, and that's good. We don't want everybody to think the same thing. And it's more diversification as well. You
know, you mentioned the other day that you turn full-time, you have a great teaching career ahead of you, and in the past, because you're internationally known. But what do you do for relaxation?
I gold prospect.
That is so cool.
It takes, it's about an hour just outside of Vegas. I do it the old way. I still use a pickaxe and pick out all the dirt. I use a metal detector to find the nuggets, and all the dirt I shovel through a dry washer to get all the fine gold. Then I take that home and I put it through a sluice, and then I pan out the fine gold. I've got about 2 ounces up to now.
Have you ever incorporated any of the actual gold into your work?
I am about to set up to make jewelry, gold nugget jewelry.
Cool. Will any of that be turned on the lathe too, or
no,
just as the nuggets?
The wood and the nuggets wouldn't hold out. They wouldn't be strong enough to work together. It'll be metal.
And this probably comes working with the metal from part of your original training.
From silversmithing. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, Jimmy is one of our most popular instructors. As you get to know him, you get to understand that he's a real charming guy, sweetheart. He said something the other night at a slide presentation that just causes me to have chills, and that's about America. Can you tell me what your take is on being here?
My take is, firstly, I'm extremely grateful. I've worked all over the world, and to me, America is the best place in the world to live. And the reason for that is opportunity. If you're willing to work hard and you've got a good work ethic, there's so much opportunity over here. I am actually more patriotic to America than a lot of Americans, because I really appreciate what I have, and I do not take it for granted.
And because we grew up here, we really don't understand.
A lot of people don't. That's absolutely true.
Well, you're a true American hero to me, and we love having you here. Jimmy, what's your webpage address?
Jimmy Clewes that's jimmyclewes.com.
And we look forward to having you back later this year for a workshop. Can you tell me what the title of that is and in what month it's in?
It's in October, and it doesn't really have a title because absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a title because I want people to come here and do. I don't want it to just a ball turning class or a box turning class. We'll do whatever. I've got a whole list of projects, and we work through whatever the students want to do.
So this class is going to be in October of this year. We still have a few openings. We would love to have you come, spend time with Jimmy. I can promise you he will change your life. Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you very much, Mark. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you.
You're the best. Hey, Jimmy, show me some of the stuff that you've done here this week.
Okay, well, we have 3 projects here. That one is a little square oriental box. The consideration on this was a nice OG on the bottom, nice OG on the top, so everything matches together. And some of the guys were putting gold leaf in the middle of that, so that when you take the lid off, there's an element of surprise there. So that's a cute little box. We're turning squares, so there's certain techniques to it. This is a nice little coloured textured piece, so it's textured with a little chainsaw cutter, and then we add various colours to brighten it up. And again, there'd be gold leaf in the middle. And this one is a gorgeous little calabash bowl. We want the curve's got to be just right, so when that's taken away and sanded in, it still sits upright and it just cups beautifully in your hand. All tooling technique. I promise you, a great time. Or I will give you your money back, not Mark, okay?
He's the best. Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you, Mark.